Hello, it's me talking about about my town Skagway again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So many of you have purchased things from Skagway businesses, and please continue. They really, really, really need the help. And a couple people have come up with suggestions that we could put some hats or T-shirts in hiker boxes. But I honestly can't ask any of these businesses that's not had income for almost 2 years from tourism to come up with $1,000 in free merchandise. I know everybody, it's a write-off, not for another year. And hopefully these businesses will still be around next year. So it's in any other year, great idea, get exposure. But also one thing is a PCT hiker isn't going to grab a random hat out of a box or a cotton t-shirt. We pick our hats. We're kind of choosy about the hats we pick. And so, yeah, the only people who will be wearing those are the people, not PCT hikers, and pull them out of the box. But thank you for the idea. I understand why it was made, but they just can't. I don't know of a business that can afford to give away $1,000 in free gear right now, free stuff. But please don't stop. I'm going to put the businesses down at the bottom. It's really cool getting something from Alaska. Seeing that Skagway, Alaska postmark, every time I send it, it's like one of the coolest things they see, and everybody says, oh, look at that. It really does say Skagway, Alaska. Like, I've a couple times, like, what do you mean? What do you think it say? They think it say Anchorage and stuff, but no, that postmark Skagway, Alaska. And please go visit. The whole town's vaccinated. You got the Morningwood Hotel. It has a great hoodie. Great hoodie. You can stay there. They also have Happy Endings is the bar attached to it. And if you want to go get some of the best cheesy bread you've ever had, seriously, the pizza station. It's stupid good. I don't know why it's so good. I mean, their cheesy bread is one of the best things they have. Sorry, Shaky, if I'm promoting an app and not an entree. But yeah, Shaky's the owner of those and good friend. And I'm pretty sure you go to Starfire Grill. Some of the best Thai food I've ever had. Not just for Skagway, but I grew up in the Bay Area. Trust me, I know some good Thai food, and that's some really, really good Thai food. And I could go on for all the other businesses and more. I'll put them down there, but please, if I don't mention a business, all of them, I'm 90% sure, are mentioned in Skagway Chamber of Commerce.org. Skagway Chamber of Commerce.org. So thanks again for taking the 3 minutes to listen to this. And buy some Skagway. It's cool. A couple weeks ago, I was overwhelmed. I'm back. Same spot. And you are still beautiful to me. I can't waste any more time. I gotta go. So, Paradise Valley Cafe, even when they're not here, they're one of the best places on the trail. They let you stay here under the porch. You can charge your electronics. That's my headlamp charging. I want to make sure we get a full charge going in the mountains. But here's the rest of the people. I gotta be quiet now because they're still sleeping. Lots of duplexes. Now, look at all the people camped out here. So you're allowed to camp. Woohoo! Back on trail. Literally about 100 feet into the trail. Going up San Jacinto Mountain. And no, I didn't stop and have breakfast at Paradise Valley Cafe. Wanted to, but I don't like to start with heavy meals like that. I usually leave camp with a breakfast by drinking my coffee, breakfast essential, and sometimes a bar. I usually start eating the bar on the way. There's a lot of people at Paradise Valley Cafe, so I'm definitely not going up this mountain by myself. And then feeling like I already know one of the guys, being a good friend of mine, brother, I won't be alone. So hopefully I'll be in Ottawa in about 3 days, and base of San Jacinto starting to go up. Yay. Hello, Big Rock. About 2 miles or 3 miles in. It's going uphill. the whole time, but pretty gradual. So not too bad. I think I'm right at the 2.5 mile marker for this. Some tent sites here. This one's definitely on a slant right here. Looks like back in there. Oh, that's a great flat campsite right there, protected from the wind. But oh, love being in shade. Lots of pockets of shade going up the trail. I'm at 155.8. So I've done 5 miles since 9:37. I started at 8. It's been a gradual uphill the whole way. And there are some stagnant pools of water in these streams. And I wish I would have known that, because I would have started with a full water carry. They said that some of the water carries were reported on yesterday and they had the streams, but you guys can't trust it when it's 80 degrees all day. Who knows that little puddle's gonna be there next day. But looks like they'll probably be there for the next few days. You know, probably get water the 10-mile mark, or right where I might camp. I think I'm gonna go to 13.9 as of right now. This is right now. Purple Wind says he feels good. We'll see what 10-mile Purple Wind will feel like after 1,500 feet of elevation gain. I've only done 500 feet of elevation gain, but with 700 feet elevation lost. You know, words are hard for me. All right. Well, told you every time I said wow out loud, you get to see it. Wow. Super windy right now, not sure if you hear me. That'd be a great file. I'm pretty sure that's going through that pass right there. You guys can see the trail going through there. I have my sunglasses on and not my glasses, so I can't see it on the phone. Finally starting to turn it into a slog. About mile marker 162, I think. It just started getting steep. It was pretty much gradual on the way up, but yeah, just turned steep. I was about to say, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the first 9 miles of the trail coming up here wasn't that hard. I mean, I could think of many other hard, like the saddle at coming out of I-10 at Tamarack Road. That was the hardest thing I've done so far. But up until, yeah, about let's say 1 mile 161, go at your own pace. It's as hard as you make it. But then after this, it starts going up and getting hard. But hopefully I don't have to go much higher today. Oops. Like 1,000 feet. It's windy. Okay, not sure if you can hear me, but there's one thing about when you come up here about mile 162. It is very, very windy. So windy, it is pushing me off the trail, which has to be gusting about 50, 60 miles an hour to do that, to knock me over. But wow, oh, look at that. You got a view. Shit. All right, I gotta put this way. Wow. Okay, I barely moved about 50 feet. It got this much more windy. Shit. Gust of wind just blew my phone out of my hand. And luckily in my package that I had to pick up in Idlewild, it has another screen protector, because this one's already been broken on the trail. But yeah, don't camp on the ridge. Well, at least the view going down to the Cedar Spring at mile 162 is pretty. But it's a long walk. I think it's going to be a 2-mile round trip. I'm halfway there and I've been walking for at least 5 minutes. Don't film when you're walking downhill. I just tumbled and dropped my shit right after I finished that last thing because I felt it was watching the trail. Be smarter, Rob. So I'm at the Cedar Springs site and you've got to... I wish I would have planned better. If I was going to come all the way down here, I wish I didn't carry the 2 extra liters of water up. But being in the desert, unless you see it, I don't believe it. But I would have just came up here with probably a liter, and then I would have brought all my water down here to fill up. Apparently there's a trough somewhere. I'll find it. Okay, right there is the sign that says Cedar Spring. You follow that right there and go left where you can kind of see that guy. There's a little trail that takes you to this. Yes. All right, this Cedar Spring area right there. This isn't a great area. I should have just brought my backpack down here instead of ditching it up there and camped down here. You're protected from the wind. You're surrounded by redwoods, which is amazing. Yeah, you're protected from the wind and you have water. An amazing water source that I don't want to say what I did. I drank straight from it. It was fine. But yeah, this is an amazing area. Cedar Spring remote area. I would camp here if I was anybody else. Like I should have. All right. I am about a half mile past where I just got the water at Cedar Spring. So I need you, if you're going to go down to Cedar Springs, and you're going to camp down there, just realize that your first 2 miles are going to, for it, fucking suck. It is a slog going out of there. Just carrying the 2 liters of water. I had my 600 filled and my 1 liter Catadine. And I had a rest a couple times on the way back. And then going up this, they never show perspective. You can't see how steep that is, but that's steep as hell. And so just remember, if you camp at Cedar Springs, your first 2 miles are going to suck the next morning. It's so windy up here. I'm in a little notch. Still, this little notch right there is protecting me. But, all right, if you're a small person, I probably weigh 160 pounds, 165. And my backpack probably weighs 35 to 40 pounds. I try to have a 5-day carry and 3.5 liters of water. So I'm probably close to 40 pounds. And I'm getting blown off the trail. When I pick up a foot, if there's a gust of wind, and pick up a foot, I'm blown off the trail. Take off the trekking poles. I have been knocked down one time into gust of wind. Been knocked down into that was a rattle. All right, I'll take your warning. So I'm gonna keep walking, but yeah, just be careful. Use your trekking poles and know if it's windy on this exposed way, up here. It's gonna be tough. Go 10 miles, I said. Make an easy day. Not so much. So I ended up doing right around 13 miles. With 45 or something like 5,000 feet elevation here. Yeah, a little tired. I was gonna continue on to, there's a site about 1.5 miles up. Could have made it. But I am tired. And there was somebody right behind me, and apparently the site's pretty small. And where I am is not a designated tent site. It's off the trail. It's in this little depression, and there's a whole bunch of little spots. If you walk around that are kind of sheltered, but the ground is very, very soft. That's why there's no rocks here, so I had to go and get logs for anchors on my tie downs. But I think I'm going to be fine. I'm about to go in, lay down, relax a little bit. It's 2:43. It's early. Okay, for most people, this is no big deal. That's why I don't carry honey a lot. My honey leaked a little bit, or cracked, and now everything in that bag is sticky. For most people, that wouldn't be a problem, but if you know me, my friends just went, oh shit, who know, I cannot stand sticky. I have phobias. If I let's put it how bad I am. If I knew that honey was on my backpack, on the back of me, on my backpack, not bother me at all, I'd have to stop and get that off my backpack. I just don't like sticky stuff. And so I have to, every day, I'll be getting, until I get the new bag and to get that cleaned up, have to get my sriracha and mayonnaise out of there, because I still and my pepper. I mean, I hate sticky, but I want my food good. Oh, please don't tell me I could get honey packets. I know that stuff's really expensive. I just got this little thing. Thought she might survive, but I knew I should have put her in her own little bag, but I didn't have another bag. Another pro tip, we're doing the packets. If you're going to scoop them out, make sure you don't dump them. Keep them like elevated like that, because there's juice in them. There's a little bit of juice in him, and underneath that tortilla is a whole bunch of juice, that tin of juice. Let me see if, hold on. I can't do it with two hands, but I bet you it went and it's soaked onto my tent right now. I don't know where that accent came from, but it happened. But yeah, scoop them out with the bag upright and not tilted down, because the juice will pour onto your stuff. And there, what we have is, oh, I forgot something. How many of you who've watched all my videos, wait, where are the sunflower seeds? I always need the texture, and I'm chewing on some too. And Elf wanted to join me for lunch, so have my little 500 calorie lunch right now. So, excuse me, it's been dusty today. Right down there, you see it, my tent, pretty well protected in that little depression. The only thing that has me minorly concerned, because I live in Alaska, that haze could turn into something gnarly. But this is where I had to walk to get reception. I'll post this, but look at that tree. I mean, obviously burned is so bad, but it's badass. This sucker, and this guy obviously got spared. Not so much. Okay. Pretty much. Got your butt burned. But it's really surreally beautiful. Oh, and there's snow up here, right by where I am. See? Alright. Let's try to get this to a story. But I'm at, I think, 7,053 feet at mile marker 164. Come bring me something hot to eat. One thing is, remember when you're going to go sit on rocks and stuff like that, make sure you look under them around here in the desert, even though you're at the elevation. I didn't sit on these rocks because, yeah, you know, you never know what's down deep in there. This is where I sat on. And what I try to do is on my little quartz field, you see some quartz and stuff, trying to find geodes. So I was trying to break that rock open, and all it did is send off a lot of shards. And I got glasses, but I'm not gonna break it. Yeah, this is really neat. Because I'm in a quartz field, and what's cool is because I'm not at a designated site, I think I'm the only one up here, there's no footprints or anything. I'm trying to find a cool rock. But then if I find a cool rock, then I gotta carry it. But it's not as cool as a quartz field that Johnny Utah and I went in. Oh, by the way, missed you, Johnny Utah. And I ain't talking about you, Keanu Reeves. I don't even know you, so no, I don't miss you. Well, if I got to know you, I might miss you. You might be pretty cool. But no, Mindy, I miss you. I wish you were here. You would have a lot of fun exploring this area. I don't know if you would have camped here. Not up here, but, you know, down. But yeah, anyway. Oh, I didn't know my hair looked like that. Anyways, the mountain, the wind's kicking me off the mountain. Had one of those gusts that wasn't stopping, going on for like 10 seconds, like holy shit, got really cold. So although mother dang, oh hey, we're on the PCT. But I got my tent over there in a little depression. I've been up there for about 20 minutes, half hour, sending out stuff and responding to stuff, like, you know, media stuff. I'm sorry, I gotta be careful because going through this downed tree. But I think my tent's doing pretty good down that little depression. It's much, much, much less windy here. And we'll find out how the Firefly awning tent is doing. Awning's definitely not up, but I have the tie downs tied to a bush next to it. And so far, did the front come out? No. It's, of course, not tight or taut. It's in loose gravel, tied to, Jesus criminy. Sorry for you God-fearing people. Just tripped. But, wow, yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm getting back in her. Guys, I'm in the wonky spots. but I am really protected. I mean, you see by the wind. Of course, it's blowing down here, but it's up there on the. There's my pole. Better get that shit. Hold on, I'm getting it now. Carbon fiber pole is now secure. All right, but yeah, it's wonky where I am, but I feel pretty confident she's gonna hold because, like, it's in a way. I'll explain that when I give it a review. I'm reviewing her tomorrow. Yay! Okay, what nice little advantage of having these two tie-down points on each spot is that you can see I got one anchored underneath here, and then one obviously tied down there. I've done the same all the way around. Actually, this is no stakes. I got everything going into tied onto trees and staked out. I'm feeling pretty confident about my little setup going on right now. And it is really cold out here. Holy shit. Okay, I know you can't see me. It's just me. But something just walked by my desk. Like walked. This owl has been going insane. I don't know if you can hear it. Hello? Oh, this is fucking